Almost up to you. It is a double. Got that. I'm not the only grand women playing today. We'll be back.
Yay!
All right, here we go.
Need my chair.
That was coincidence, as you know. Although sometimes I'm more forgetful than I remember. It's good that everybody. All right. God bless USA.
We ask that you please turn off or silence all cell phones at this time. The event will begin momentarily. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Welcome to the Athletics Arena on the beautiful campus of Oakland University. Thank you for joining us for this special event. In the event of an emergency, please proceed in an orderly fashion to the closest exits located in all four corners of the arena on both the main floor and the upper concourse level. We ask that you please turn off or silence all cell phones at this time. The event will begin momentarily. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the colors.
So when do we play? When do we start playing? After they come in? Two. Oh, we play after. Oh. Oh. Oh, Tom. That was seriously.
Please remain standing for the posting of the colors and the playing of our national anthem. Please be seated.
Good morning. Good morning. Are we ready? Good morning. I'm Peter Provenzano, and I'm Chancellor at Oakland Community College. Welcome to our 2022 commencement ceremony. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, our staff, congratulations to these graduates. Round of applause for them. We are thrilled, absolutely thrilled to be able to celebrate with you in person this year. Isn't it fantastic? And it's really great to see all of your smiling faces. For those with loved ones at home, we're excited to have you join us via our YouTube live stream as well. So it's all very exciting. As I stand here today, I could not be more proud of our students. It's possible that you might have never known a normal college experience, right? But you've driven yourself and you've endured through struggles at work and at home, all to get to this day. And later, some of you will be able to share your very own stories. I'd like to also take a moment to recognize our distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Cimino Scott II. He is the executive director of the Pontiac Collective Impact Partnership. And I also like to welcome his lovely wife, Trina, and their daughter, Serena. In Dr. Scott's role, he oversees a collective impact with other stakeholders who are actively engaged in improving the quality of life for Pontiac residents. And Oakland Community College is a very proud partner in this initiative, and we look forward to Dr. Scott's words of inspiration during his keynote address later on in this ceremony. Now I'd like to recognize all who have worked tirelessly to ensure our students achieve their certificates and degrees. Please stand and remain standing until I complete all of the introductions. First, I would like to recognize our Board of Trustees who are elected to govern the college and set its policies. Dr. Pamela Jackson, our board chair. Kathleen Bertolini, vice chair. Susan Gibson, Secretary, and Trustee Shirley Bryan. Thank you for your continued support of our students and community. You may take a seat. We are also honored to have the chair of our OCC Foundation here with us today. Each year, the OCC Foundation provides more than 750 scholarship awards, as well as other assistance to students who otherwise could not achieve their dreams. Please join me in recognizing Richard Burkfield, Foundation Board Chair. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate all of your support of OCC and as well as our students. Now let me introduce the Faculty Grand Marshal, John Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell is chair of the College Academic Senate. He's an English faculty member at OCC, and he is a lover of all things Shakespeare. John? Thank you, John. I would also like to introduce the members of the college's leadership team who are joining us today. Please stand and be recognized as I call your name. Bobby Remius, Vice Chancellor for Administrative Services. Dan Genuine, Vice Chancellor for Advancement. Bob Montgomery, Vice Chancellor for Information Technologies. Liz Schnell, Vice Chancellor for Marketing and Communications. Lori Prismazinski, Vice Chancellor for Student Services. Joe Petrosky, Associate Provost of Academics and Workforce. And Jolene Chapman, our Associate Provost, as well as Stephen Simpson, our Chief Strategy Officer. Round of applause for all of them. Now I would like to ask all faculty and staff who have educated and assisted our graduates, please stand and be recognized. And will all of the family and friends who cared for and encouraged our graduates along the way, please stand and be recognized. Thank you all for supporting our amazing students. And I also want to thank our incredible symphony band under the direction of Jeff McCoy. Weren't they not? They were fantastic, weren't they? And there's another group of extraordinary individuals who deserve special recognition, especially as today is Armed Forces Day. If you are a veteran or an active duty service member and you're graduating today, please stand and remain standing. This exceptional group of graduates can be recognized by the red, white, and blue cords they're wearing around their neck. Thank you so much for your service. Now to our audience. If you are serving or have served in the armed services, please stand. We all appreciate your service and dedication. Thank you. Now, let's hear from our student marshals as they have an opportunity to tell us some of their personal stories of endurance.
We are your class of 2022 student marshals.
We come from different backgrounds and have different life stories, but we have all shared one thing.
Like you, we have endured challenges, difficult coursework, and even a pandemic.
During my first attempt at college, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I had to drop out and get treatment. That led to my decision to re-enroll in college and study social work.
I graduated from my African high school at the age of 16 years old. I transferred to OCC in January 2020, right before the pandemic hit, and now I'm graduating with my associate's degree at the age of 18.
I left culinary work to study dental hygiene. I discovered much more.
I'm passionate about acting. Some say it's not the best career to have, but if every actor were to listen to this, we would have none.
During my first attempt at college, I was diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic, and I left to get my health in order. Now, I'm following in my mom's footsteps, and I'm working in a hospital.
I'm a student at Oakland Early College. I started taking college classes my sophomore year of high school.
I am a first-generation college student, and I am proud to have had a college experience.
I'm an adult learner who first came to OCC over 15 years ago. At the time, I had no drive, no ambition, and I flunked out. Today, I'm a mom of 4, graduating with 2 degrees.
When COVID hit, my surgical tech program was pushed back a few times.
There was a lot of uncertainty and new protocols. I wasn't sure if I would graduate on time.
The fast switch between in-person to online classes was a real challenge.
I had to be self-motivated and manage my own schedule.
Staying at home was a challenge because I stayed at home with my brother, my sister, and my cousin, and I was finding it difficult to study.
It was difficult not having that human connection, but I tried as often as possible to meet new classmates on Zoom and get to know their stories.
Even after things opened up, I faced many challenges. There was so much to learn and not enough time.
While I was at OCC, most of my family moved to Traverse City, and I had to work hard to stay motivated. I became depressed, started doubting myself, and questioned whether or not college was the right fit for me.
I experienced a lot of stress. We all did, but as a class, we helped each other texting and checking in to see how everyone was doing.
I put in more time, effort, and dedication, and I was able to overcome my hurdles.
I learned to keep pushing through.
And when I struggled, I had help from many people.
My family supported me in everything, especially my dreams and aspirations.
I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be a student recruiter if it wasn't for a professor's recommendation. Now I'm looking at my own career in higher ed.
I've also had opportunities to give back and change lives.
I held a lung in my hands. I helped save my patient's life as a future frontline worker.
I've learned of the struggles that others have faced. I want to take what I've learned and help people.
To my fellow graduates, be proud of what you've endured. This is an accomplishment you will take with you wherever you go for the rest of your life.
College is not easy, especially during a pandemic, but you persevered.
You didn't give up, and you overcame tough situations.
You have come this far, and you can keep on going.
We are the graduating class of 2022, 1,700 strong.
We have endured and we have triumphed.
And now that we are on the other side, we are ready for the next chapter.
Oh, that was fabulous. Good morning. I'm Dr. Pam Jackson, Chair of the OCC Board of Trustees. First of all, I would like to thank our student marshals for sharing their stories. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you for sharing your stories. They were heartfelt. Thank you, and congratulations. I also have the distinct pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker today, Dr. Samino Scott, II, who serves as the Executive Director of the Pontiac Collective Impact Partnership, a community-driven initiative. In this role, Dr. Scott provides leadership and support for Partnership's day-to-day operations. He has more than 2 decades of professional experience in the civic and private sectors, most recently serving as Community Affairs Director for the United Way of Southeastern Michigan, where he led community impact initiatives in Oakland County. Dr. Scott is a Pontiac native and proud graduate of the Pontiac School District. He earned his bachelor's and master's degrees from the School of Business at Oakland University and Doctor of Philosophy from the College of Education at Eastern Michigan University in Educational Studies. Dr. Scott's research examined the factors that impact educational inspirations and influence post-secondary enrollment decisions. That's important. Please help me welcome Dr. Cimino Scott.
Good morning. It is my distinct honor to be here with you today to help celebrate the amazing class of 2022. Now, I want to start by thanking Chancellor Peter Provenzano for the invitation to serve as your keynote speaker for the first in-person commencement since 2019. To the Board of Trustees, Foundation Board, Chief College Officers, staff, faculty, and to the graduates that we are here to celebrate today, congratulations for all the work that you've done to make this day possible. Graduates, the transition that you endure from in-person learning to virtual learning at the height of a worldwide pandemic says a lot about your ability to persist throughout adverse circumstances and your commitment to personal growth. Please take a moment to appreciate the significance of this accomplishment and give yourselves a round of applause. It hasn't been long since I completed my degree, and my research explored how college students develop their college aspirations. One of the things that stood out most in my study was the profound influence that parents, siblings, other family members, and peers have on a student's willingness to enroll and persist in college. So if you are a family member, friend, mentor, or significant other who helped motivate, encourage, or support our graduates in any way, please stand once again so that we can honor you, the work that you have done, and the work that you will continue to do to support our graduates. I would not have successfully completed my PhD in my 40s as a married man with kids without the love and encouragement of my wife, Trina, and daughter, Serena, who are here with us today. On this day, I'm reminded of the words of a great civil rights leader who said that education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs for those who prepare for it today. As I look back over my career, I realized the importance of that statement. You see, my career started in higher education and then transitioned to corporate America. After several years in corporate sales, I worked my way back to higher education before joining the staff at a local high school. From there, my next experience was in the philanthropic industry, where I serve today as the executive director of the Pontiac Collective Impact Partnership. In virtually every instance, I secured employment opportunities that I was previously completely unaware of as a first-generation college student. In fact, it's quite possible, or even likely, that many of you will experience a similar experience. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average worker currently holds 10 different jobs before age 40. The one common trait that each of my career experiences was that they all required a college degree. Today, 65% of all jobs in the economy require post-secondary education and training beyond high school, making your accomplishment even more significant. Now that you've earned this hard-earned credential, The next milestone for some of you will be your first full-time job experience or your professional advancement. Others will transition toward your next educational milestone. Despite what you plan to do, the most important thing is to set clear goals for the next phase of your life. To make the journey a more rewarding experience, I want to leave you with 4 key strategies. Number 1, be realistic. Try to keep things in perspective both when designing your career goals and as you work toward them. Always remember that the best goals are challenging yet achievable. Next, expect some failure along the way, but don't let it discourage you. Resilience is the capacity to persevere in spite of setbacks, and obstacles are inevitable. The resilience that you demonstrated throughout the pandemic will serve you well throughout your next journey. Third, involve others. As I shared earlier, family and friends can be invaluable. Not only do they help us generate ideas, but they are forms of social capital that you can reach out to for support along the way. Of all the jobs that I've mentioned, the majority of them involve someone that I knew personally who either informed me about an opportunity or made the hiring decision. And finally, celebrate the small victories. Whether that celebration takes place on a monthly, weekly, or daily basis will depend on your unique goals and the pathway you choose to follow. Nonetheless, research shows that celebrating small victories is critical to help you maintain momentum and motivation. So celebrate small victories, involve others for support, expect some failure along the way, but don't let it stop you, and be realistic about your goals. Along the journey towards your goals, I want to encourage you to also think about your contribution to society. For me, that process was easy because I understood that I was reared in a community where many families were and still are impoverished. And there are very few Black male role models to talk about college or career success. In fact, the only people that I knew as a child with a college degree were teachers. Consequently, as early as my freshman year in college, I knew that I wanted to make a positive impact in the city of Pontiac, but in my wildest imagination, I could not have conceived of the job that I have today as the leader of a collective impact initiative dedicated to improving the quality of life of Pontiac residents. And I'm honored to say that Oakland Community College has been there every step of the way. Now that you have completed this milestone, your siblings, children, and other loved ones are watching your every move. They're waiting to see the steps you take towards your goals or away from them. As a result of your accomplishment today, you are a role model for more people than you know. As a role model, you must understand that ultimately it is not how much you will earn, but who you will become and what you will contribute to society that will give your life meaning. So what's your purpose in life beyond making money? See, I believe that we all have a purpose, a reason for being. I want to encourage you to make sure that you go on to live a purpose-driven life, making a difference in the life of people that you work with and live with every single day. Do it with a sense of humanity in these dire times, with civility, with civil discourse. In other words, just do the right thing. To live a purpose-driven life, sometimes you have to do things that make you uncomfortable. I once read that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And I've learned to see life as a constant fight. You push against your comfort zone, it pushes back. What is the fear that's holding you back from your next milestone? What are you not saying or doing because it is outside of your comfort zone? I challenge you to find that comfort zone today, bravely step out of it. And as you get comfortable again, push it even further. Don't try to get rid of your fear, except that you will be afraid, and go do it anyway. Make sure that your life choices reflect your aspirations and not your fears. I think Eminem said it best when he said, "I am not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand. We'll walk this road together through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm, just letting you know that you're not alone. Holler if you feel like you've been down the same road." Thank you and congratulations once again.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Scott, for your inspirational words. And I especially appreciate your comments on living a purpose-driven life. Now I'd like to introduce Joe Petrosky, our Associate Provost of Academics and Workforce, to present our student candidates for graduation.
OCC class of 2022, you are remarkable. You are relentless. The strength that you have shown in overcoming unbelievable challenges will serve you as you begin the next chapter of your life. Now, we will individually recognize the candidates for certificates and degrees earned at Oakland Community College. Presenting the candidates from the Associate in Applied Science and Certificate programs are Dean Mary Miles, Dean Tom Hendricks, Dean Beverly Stanbro, and Dean Mark Thomas. Will the candidates for certificates and degrees please rise one row at a time and come forward to be recognized? Please be seated after you receive your diploma.
Madison Lambert. Jasmine Iris Lazaga. Kelly Lee. Calvin Leaks.
Amanda Abdul Ahmad.
Earl Robert Legree.
Oh, goes from there.
Ludmila Lekovich. Jennifer Lazama Martinez. Melody Lyra, cum laude. Heidi Jean Labastel, magna cum laude. Kirsten Love, summa cum laude. Kara Jane Major, magna cum laude. Matthew Mackey.
Kristen Danielle Brown.
Samantha Lynn Mackey, cum laude.
Rawa El Karawe.
Rabia Malik.
Heaven Lee Adams, magna cum laude.
Edward Lawrence Manning, Jr.
Amanda Otto, magna cum laude.
Rachel Martin, cum laude.
Holly Marie Cuss.
Micah Monet Massey.
Sierra Lynette Kelly Harden, cum laude.
Alexander George Maybe, summa cum laude.
Valentina Abro, cum laude.
Alexander Frank Mays.
Olivia Page Hodas.
Caitlin E. McCullough.
Razmig Bambukian.
Nanor Rumaya, magna cum laude.
Ran Saur Hanudi, cum laude.
Michelle McLaren, summa cum laude.
Jamie Allison Galbraith.
Mita Paul, magna cum laude.
Rong Sima, magna cum laude.
Heather Ann McMinn, summa cum laude.
Ada Garmo.
Holly Rochelle Miller, cum laude.
Everett Michael Brady, magna cum laude.
Sade Moore, magna cum laude.
Tiffany Camille Anderson.
Brooke Moore.
Nicholas Cancilla.
Bailey Moracle.
Monica Elizabeth Jones.
Deidre K. Morris.
Olivia Valerian, summa cum laude.
Megan Michelle Morrow.
Ayana Carruthers.
Justin Lake Mothorpe.
Roman Rinsev, summa cum laude.
Carrie Motley.
Benjamin Blake Artwall.
Paige Lorraine Murray.
Avery Calfan, cum laude, Oakland Technical Early College.
Carla Musharbash, summa cum laude.
Emily Hecox, Oakland Technical Early College.
Kaylana Marie Nelson.
John Cameron Ferguson, magna cum laude.
Sierra Nicole Nelson, magna cum laude.
Camila Brandeo Coquito de Sousa, summa cum laude.
William Joseph Newman, cum laude.
Autumn N. Donellan, summa cum laude.
Lacey Mariah Norman, cum laude.
Ur Edwards.
Terry Beth Norton.
Morgan Bayer Avery Hope, summa cum laude.
Mai Nguyen, cum laude.
Jennifer Cornejo, magna cum laude.
Megan Nguyen, cum laude.
Latoya S. Jackson.
Michelle Marie Osborne Lipsitz, cum laude.
Samantha Jo Harris.
Mariah Faye Osborne.
Imani A. Beard, magna cum laude.
Alicia Lynn Austin, summa cum laude.
Ivana Tamar Horton, summa cum laude.
Heather Marie Opperthauser, summa cum laude.
Lauren Marie Berkmeyer, magna cum laude.
Irma Ochoa Pearson, summa cum laude.
Bridget Hickey.
Christiana Palokaj, magna cum laude.
Sierra Grace Atwood.
Farah Polly, summa cum laude.
Joanna Holly Woods.
Janice Liz Quick.
Deanna Josephine Huff.
Amanda Kumhado, cum laude.
Brittany N. Fraser.
Tanner Joseph Pierce.
Miley Diane Fulkerson, cum laude.
Kamari Danielle Peoples, summa cum laude.
Rachel McKenna Foltz, summa cum laude.
Olivia Marie Peleg, magna cum laude.
Christopher Cade.
Gian Chad Pena.
Justdeep Singh Kukreja, magna cum laude.
Marcus William Perez, cum laude.
Andrew Lewis Jones.
Emily Catherine Peterson, summa cum laude.
Emily Starr Goff.
Samantha Peterson.
Joseph Hudzik.
Karen Marie Petz.
Ralph Hanna, magna cum laude.
Ellen R. Pinkston, magna cum laude.
Jacob Gregory Caswell.
Amber N. Pochert.
Shayna Johnson.
Stephen Poulas.
Kyla Marie Johnson.
Scott William Raymond.
I should know this. Brixilda Bazidi, summa cum laude.
Matthew Richardson.
Aaron Case Draper Hall, magna cum laude, Oakland Technical Early College.
Devante Ramon Bias.
Sophia Elizabeth Google, magna cum laude, Oakland Technical Early College.
Udeja D. Rose. Adeja, congratulations.
Iris Juliet Hansen, Oakland Technical Early College.
Jason Russo, magna cum laude.
Brennan Aceves, cum laude.
Brooklyn Alexa Rayford, cum laude.
Genevieve Clark.
Alana Rickett.
Bernard George Harper Jr.
Garrett James Robinson, summa cum laude.
Courtney Ann Benoit.
Sydney Rushlow.
Jessica Ann Del Greco, summa cum laude.
Jonelle K. Roberts.
Sydney Dandurand, cum laude.
David Jacob Sable, cum laude.
Jacqueline Callie Kim.
Amuel Fontanhome Burin Ahu, summa cum laude.
Nicholas George Donor, cum laude.
Mara Gassan Sami, magna cum laude.
Keith Kornacki.
Jamelia Saleh, magna cum laude.
I'm so proud of you girls. Danielle Jean Angot, summa cum laude.
Lauren Helena Sampson.
Donna Marie Gannon, cum laude.
Natalie Nicole Scatling.
Svetlana Banik, summa cum laude.
Brooke Sanders.
Madeline Taylor Hoffman, cum laude.
Megan Renee Schatz, magna cum laude.
Nancy Herta.
Coben Daniel Schmidt-Mecker, cum laude, Oakland Technical Early College.
Evan Alexander Damron.
Ashley R. Schmiel, summa cum laude.
Keith Anthony Guzmano, magna cum laude.
Rolita Smith.
Okay, it is. Kevin Anthony Guzmano, magna cum laude. Tell me your name.
Markia Monique Simmons.
Lindsay Haggerty, summa cum laude.
Alexander Mendoza Simone, cum laude, Oakland Technical Early College.
Rosalba Giles de Davis.
Cameron Brooke Shakta.
Alicia Marie Black.
Cecile D. Seiko.
Jaquana R. Harmon.
Cody Schoenick, summa cum laude, Oakland Technical Early College.
Pearl Fagarshan Funbura.
Jessica Schul.
Dominic Edward Amatuli.
Peyton Motley, magna cum laude.
Jeffrey Kovacs Dalden.
Vianna D. Smith.
Janessa Berry.
Cody Chase Morris, cum laude.
Petra H. Campbell.
Kristen Dawn Ray, magna cum laude.
Abby Elizabeth Joseph.
Shaz Sanjari, summa cum laude.
Anna Sue Hansen, magna cum laude.
Antoine Smith, cum laude.
Holly Lynn Curtis.
Nicholas John Smith, magna cum laude.
Michelle Fox, summa cum laude.
Jacqueline Snow, magna cum laude.
Zachary E. Jones, summa cum laude.
Julia Katazin Shamis Spigzy, magna cum laude.
Ashley Alder, cum laude.
Connor Stout, magna cum laude.
Cameron Lucas Barsanti, cum laude.
Mitchell Spanielewski, cum laude. Summa cum laude.
Savannah Rose Kraus, summa cum laude.
Cortez Darrell Shaw.
Morgan Marie Kaufman.
Tasia Tatum, magna cum laude.
Jasmine S. Brown.
Bradley D. Taylor.
Erin Elizabeth Hubble, cum laude.
Anita Tapa, magna cum laude.
Elizabeth A. Bohr.
Brianna Danielle Thomas, summa cum laude.
Seth Christian Bile, cum laude.
Heather Marie Thomas, summa cum laude.
Eric Millsap, magna cum laude.
Amir A. Thompson.
Jatoria Deshawn Dye, magna cum laude.
Latasha Thompson, cum laude.
Chelsea M. Caromagno.
Crystal D. Tyson.
Angelico Cenaceros, cum laude.
Parthenia Ann Tolston.
LaDacia Janice Horton.
Therese Annabelle Torres Galindo. Thank you.
Jocelyn Garcia, cum laude.
Sarah B. Esselman, magna cum laude.
Kimberly Catherine DeBuis, magna cum laude.
Madison Elizabeth Beer, summa cum laude.
Fernando Avanzo Magalisa Souza Bronco, summa cum laude.
Mercedes Maquila Valencia, summa cum laude.
Gavin Goodrich, Oakland Technical Early College.
Alexander Volk.
Cameron Dudley.
Amber Nicole Walker, cum laude.
Hung Hoang.
Melissa Renee Walter.
Joseph John Chrisman, cum laude.
Carissa Ann Ward.
Jordan Cheyenne Johnson.
Jeanette Webb, magna cum laude.
Taylor Athena Elaine Jennings.
Eutha J. Wilson.
Josiah Bromley.
Olivia Lee Wakaris, cum laude.
Tamaya Lene Garrett.
Hannah Rose with Stanley, cum laude.
Loretta Joka, cum laude.
Alexa Madison Woodworth.
Anna Chantel Biles.
Ren Marina Tharp, magna cum laude.
Sana Jahan Draper.
Michaela Williams Draw.
Julia Renee Burks.
Brandon V. Wilson, magna cum laude.
Shantique Hill. Jessica Lynn Anderson Jeffrey, magna cum laude.
Kayla Catherine Yenshaw.
Jordan Nicole Kaza, summa cum laude.
Heath D. Zeke, summa cum laude.
Tu Can Her.
Nelson McDonald.
David Chang.
Jordan Alexa Peoples, magna cum laude, Oakland Early College.
Owen Charles Bundy, cum laude.
Kelly E. Thalman.
Micaiah Joy Brooks.
Riley Lauren Tyler, magna cum laude.
Michael J. Caddis.
Josh Yang, cum laude, Oakland Ace Early College.
Connor Aaron Garrigus. Aaron Mingo Brown, summa cum laude. Heather Marie Cachella, summa cum laude. Courtney Michelle Breck, magna cum laude. Reese Marius Elmquist, summa cum laude. Danielle Tiffany Denham, cum laude. Julia Bernardi, magna cum laude. Latoya Faisen. Allison Cluche. Kelsey Fairchild Johnson, cum laude. Kenda Bush, magna cum laude. Sheila Rochelle Curlette. Haley Christine Burke. Holly Branson, summa cum laude. Christina Hanna. Leslie Fleming. Sarah Marie Ivy. Jacqueline Danielle Cade. Antonio Latif Gorjeka, cum laude. Deandra Goryoka, cum laude. Laura Armbruster. Yolanda Faye Dent. Courtney Ray Cabarrus. Natalia Karak, magna cum laude. Heba Canna, magna cum laude. Markel Maya Bland, cum laude. Stephen Ryan Hammondtree, magna cum laude. Wasim Karkani. Jayla Page Jefferson, summa cum laude, Oakland Ace Early College. Megan Ann Chalk, magna cum laude. Nada Amala, Oakland Early College. Mama Tamba Jama, magna cum laude. Amelia Lynn Kowaleski, magna cum laude.
Chancellor Provenzano, it is my privilege as chair of the College Senate and on behalf of my esteemed colleagues to present the candidates for certificates and associate degrees in applied sciences. Will the candidates for graduation please rise? Thank you, everyone. Is it safe to proceed? These candidates are recommended for the appropriate certificates and degrees after certification of the completion of all requirements by the faculty and administration of Oakland Community College, as indicated, with all due scholastic honors as has been determined.
Thank you, John. So John really has you riled up. This is fantastic. All right, here we go. It is indeed a pleasure, in consideration of the recommendation of the faculty and administration, to recognize these candidates for the various certificates and degrees with the scholastic honors for which they are certified. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the state of Michigan and our Board of Trustees, I proudly confer onto you the certificate or associate degree for which you qualify. Now, your hard work has paid off, and you've joined more than 1 million students who've attended OCC and who are empowering their communities with the skills and experience that you've gained here. Would everyone please stand and join these graduates? Graduates, Graduates, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Please turn your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left side. Please remain standing for the recessional. Family and friends, please meet your new graduate outside the arena using the 2 rear exit doors. Thank you for joining us on this very special day.